While Israel prepares for a massive Rafah evacuation ahead of an imminent assault, Hamas claims that it has agreed to a ceasefire plan. It has said in a statement that it has agreed to the ceasefire proposal, but Israel has said that the deal was far from its requirements and that it would go ahead with its Rafah operation. In a statement on Monday, the leader of the Hamas's political wing told the Qatari Prime Minister and Egyptian intelligence minister that the militant group had accepted their proposals for a ceasefire and hostage deal. Now, interestingly, there is still no immediate response from either Qatar or Egypt. Meanwhile, the United States, which alongside Qatar and Egypt has played a mediation role in the talks, said that it was still studying the Hamas response and would discuss it with Middle East allies.
There has been a response from Hamas to the hostage deal. We're currently reviewing that response, and we're discussing it with our partners in the region.
But soon after the announcement, Palestinians were seen celebrating the statement on the streets of Gaza, while in Tel Aviv, hostage families and their supporters implored Israel leaders to accept the deal. However, shortly afterwards, Israel said that the terms Hamas had accepted were still far from meeting its quote-unquote requirements and reiterated its commitment to an offensive in the southern Gaza city of Rafah. Israel has said its war cabinet had unanimously decided to continue with the operation to exert military pressure on Hamas. It did agree, though, to send a delegation to the mediators for further talks. Now, the main stumbling block in the indirect negotiations, which are being mediated by both Qatar and Egypt, has been the length of the ceasefire. Hamas has demanded a permanent ceasefire, which would in effect end the 7-month war, while Israel wants a temporary halt in fighting that would allow for the exchange of hostages held in Gaza for Palestinian prisoners. Based on details announced so far by Hamas officials and an official brief on the talks, the deal that the Palestinian group said it had agreed to includes the following. Phase 1, 42-day ceasefire period. Hamas releases 33 Israeli hostages in return for Israel releasing Palestinians from Israeli jails. Israel partially withdraws troops from Gaza and allows free movement of Palestinians from South to North Gaza. Phase 2. The demand is for another 42-day period that features an agreement to restore a sustainable calm to Gaza, the complete withdrawal of most Israeli troops from Gaza, and most importantly, the demand that Hamas releases Israeli reservists and some soldiers in return for Israel releasing Palestinians from jail. Phase 3. The completion of exchanging bodies and starting the implementation of reconstruction according to the plan overseen by Egypt, United Nations, and Qatar. Ending the complete blockade on the Gaza Strip remains another demand. However, Israel has rejected the ceasefire offer from Hamas, vowing to continue with its invasion of the southern Gazan city of Rafah, saying that a last-minute proposal had failed to meet its key demands.